everyone, I'm Nancy and what's the matter? She's trying. There's a little camera icon right here, and she's trying to put the camera in her mouth. And welcome to our treasure home. Today we're doing a collab with Tony at Kettle Kitchen and Blue Self-Reliance. It is jamming up June. So I'll put the hashtag and all the links and all the channels. There's about 30 channels that are doing this. So it's really fun and cool. So it was something new and unusual. I got to thinking, like, what do I have that's new and unusual? Well, I have dates and I have some pistachios. And I looked it up. There is a recipe for date and pistachio jam. So we're going to try to make that today, and then it's just the same thing. It's water bath can for 10 minutes, and we'll see what we have. What happened. So I pitted my dates already because they were really sticky and everything. So you get 12 dates, and it's supposed to be 3 tablespoons of water. Huh? No, prunes are different than dates.
Yeah, but the box says prunes.
No, it doesn't.
The website says prunes.
I got some extra words just in case. No, it doesn't.
The website did.
So we're going to do the dates first.
Prunes.
Prunes are different than dates.
Prunes.
You want to see?
Prunes.
You're being funny.
Prunes.
These are dates. These are prunes. See? There is a difference.
Dates, prunes.
She is so funny. Can you put those back, please? Thank you. So, we're going to try it. We're going to chop these up, and then I'll put the pistachios in there.
Question.
Yes, darling.
Do you like pistachios? Yeah, no.
I love pistachios. Do you like pistachios?
Yes. If you go, maybe you could search up a recipe for pistachio pudding.
Ooh, that sounds like an interesting thing.
I do a little special.
Alright. Alright, so we're going to take this off and see how this looks like. Oh, come on. There we go. And it still needs to be chopped up some more. But I'm going to add the pistachios now. So, I'll say probably, let's see here. I don't want to lose this water. So we'll do a half a cup of pistachios. And I'll dump on the floor. There we go. So we're going to add that to there. Let's put the top back on. And let's get this mixed up. See how well this is. Because some of them I found they were still kind of chunky, some of them are not. And this is how this is going. It's still kind of chunky. Maybe add just a little bit more water. So we'll measure that out. We'll put another tablespoon of water. So maybe this will be 4 tablespoons instead of 3 tablespoons. this right down. And I'm going to add the rest of the water, which all comes out to a 1/4 cup of water. So I think because of this pistachios being added, you need more water. Alrighty. Not bad at all. So this is how this came out. We'll see how many jars this. These are already clean. And I've got clean tops. And we'll see how many jars this fills up. This is going to be for me. So, this is for me. And yes, hot jars, hot canner. That's pretty good. That's really good. And that pot is my dinner. Last night, I cooked some beans. Then I put an apple sausage and cut it up and onions. So be waiting for a video with that because that turned out so good. So my version of baked beans. How about that? So while this is still coming up to its temperature, I'm going to get these jars hot. And don't forget, when you're doing dates, to take the pit out of it because that wouldn't be so good. Those hurt. If you haven't had dates before, always remember they don't. Sometimes they do take the pits out, but a lot of times they don't. And it's like, oh my goodness. So we're getting those heated up. And I've always learned hot jars. If you're doing hot pan, hot jars. And then cold jars with a cold water bath or canner. So that was just all that the recipe called for, was 12 pitted dates. And then I add a 1/2 cup of pistachios and 3 tablespoons of water. But because I added the pistachios, it came up to a 1/4 cup of water. So 3 tablespoons didn't fill up that 1/4 cup. It only came up to like right here, and then a 1/4 cup. 4 tablespoons are right here. So it took like 5 tablespoons to fill this up. And I know this is a 1/4 cup. So, I don't know. You know, we look at measurements and see what the, conversion and everything is. And I always just want to make sure I had everything right. So, these jars are getting hot. I'm going to get this out. I just need one of these. And because what I did was put these on top, I don't have to put I'll just set the jars in there. And you think I'm going to burn my hands? Mm-mm. I got my trusty dusty tool here. I know you especially like when we do regular jams and jellies and everything, you stir to get the bubbles, all that out and everything. And maybe this is supposed to be hot, but yeah, that's a good question because I think that's the last thing you want to happen is anything busting open. And stuff. I'm backwards today. Sorry about that. You ever had one of those weeks? It was going the opposite of the way you thought it was supposed to go. Well, that's just one of those weeks. So we'll go as we go along.
Ah!
Makes me think of Bob Ross when he talks about there are no accidents or happy accidents.
Ah! 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 Ah!
So there we go. We'll get that all heated up also.
What's this?
What's what? That's my notes. I'm going to take these. I'm going to throw them away. Remember, they're very sticky. I have thought about adding an apple to it. Just to see. But then, you know, I was like, maybe later. Alright. We got this heating up. I don't want it to stick to the pan. We'll heat that up. My jars are now heated up. So we got one hot jar. And no, I don't have my funnel. So I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to put this in the jar.
Can I tell them about a few things?
Yes, you can tell them about a few things.
I'm going to turn the camera.
You going to turn the camera? Hi everyone. You know, just like usual, the phone falls. So there's a part 2. How about that? So, you get your, I got my funnel. Take a paper towel and vinegar and wipe your rim really good. Especially with this, is really sticky. I wipe that really good. You put a clean top. Put your ring on. You want it finger tight, not too tight. Put that one there. Put your hot jar. Put your top in, and then we're going to blow this one up. I try to leave an inch space, but I guess, most of them say a half inch, so we'll see. Get that in there, right there. That's hot. This is definitely something new and unusual. I have never tried before making this kind of jam. So we're just going to leave that right there. It doesn't need to be debubbled, to my understanding. It didn't have to be. What? So take your, get your paper towel with some vinegar. That one's all sticky. Wipe your rim, and I'm going to go ahead and wipe all around the jar just to make sure. Put your lid on. Finger tight. And here, and make sure that the water is covering your jars. So I need a little bit more water.
Can I tell them something?
Yes, you may.
Mom and Dad, whenever Mom and Dad set up the Christmas tree, they always leave one ornament on the tree by accident. Well, that's not happening this year.
It's not?
Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding.
Well, you gotta be kidding me. They left an ornament on the tree?
No, I found this in my food crate.
You did?
Yeah. Don't tell Mom and Dad.
She's hilarious.
Don't.
So you bring that up to a boil, you boil it for 10 minutes, and then you'll have your jam. Like I said, this is the first time I've made pistachio and fig jam. So, but it actually turned out pretty good. Show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Woo! Alright, focus. So, actually, not too bad. It probably could be chopped up a little bit more if you want a more smoother type of jam, or add a little bit more water. This is like thick and sticky. That's all I can say. But it's so good. And I definitely want pistachios. A suggestion, you could sit there and chop up the pistachios first to make them like a finer, almost like a peanut pistachio butter type thing, and then add your dates to it.
It's summer vacation.
So that's one way, another way of doing that.
Tomorrow's a big night.
Tomorrow's the big night?
Mm-hmm.
What's the big night?
Family fun night!
Family fun night. So, we're waiting for, so once this boils and everything, I will bring, no, I can't bring y'all back. My phone does not do that. I do not have a pause button. If the button gets hit or the phone falls like it did this the last time, it will stop the video. No, we did have it fall one time and it didn't stop the video. So I was like, okay, but Anastasia, she wanted to go show y'all something and the phone fell and stopped the video. I was like, oh my goodness. There we go. She goes, you can redo it. I'm like, I can't redo it. I had no more dates. She goes, you got some in the fridge. I'm like, but there's only like 4 or 5. I was like, that's not enough to stand do this jam again. So I was like, here's part, she goes, do a part 2 like you used to do. So here is part 2 of jamming up June. What you do with my paper? Oh, rascal. Jamming up June 2.0 with Kettle Kitchen and Blue South Alliance. Okay. Oh goodness, she got something from school and she wants, but I wanted it to be a surprise. Did I tell them? Okay, I won't tell them. It's a secret. So.
I will forget all about it.
Okay, then stop talking about it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is it. This is how we are. All the time we can sit and laugh, and I've learned, it's not nothing to fuss about. Things happen, things happen. Just keep on going. So, just like, the phone fell, you start it again, and that's what you do. Just get up and you start again and keep on going. I wanted to garden this year, didn't get to it, and then all of a sudden we have all this smoke and stuff and everything coming from the wildfires from Ontario and Canada and everything. And my heart just goes out to those people, because it's like, that's something I don't think they've ever seen before, have ever been through, as far as the U.S., because we've had wildfires in California and other places and everything. They get so dry, and anything is start a fire, and it's like, it's unusual to hear that they've got a wildfire going. So, and not going on that trip about, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. This things happen, and you just keep on going. So this is taking its time coming up to a boil. So what I'll do, I will post a picture at the end of the video. I'll post a picture of what this looks like and everything. That I know how to do. I'm like, because this stove gives us a fit all the time. Sometimes this light works, and sometimes it doesn't. It kind of sounds like it's there. So, and I don't want to take the top off, because if you take the top off, you got to start all over again. So, that's not, it's not good, but it is good. If you have to do it over again, then you do it over again. Oh yeah, it's boiling. I can feel it. I am not that close. I'm not as close as it looks like. I'm about a couple inches away from this pot, but I can feel the water, the vibration of the water boiling. So yeah, that's how I know it started. So if y'all can hang for another 10 minutes, then I can show y'all what it looks like afterwards. You got something to tell everybody?
We are having a family fun night tomorrow night. Friday.
No, this is supposed to be on Saturday.
Oh, yesterday we had family fun. Friday we're going to have a family fun night. We're going to have a family fun night next Friday.
So on Fridays we're going to start having a family fun night. So I will still try
We're
to
going
do
to have a bunch of cool games. Let me go get the games.
A bunch of cool games, if I can get it out. So if I'm not posting on Friday nights when people are alive, y'all know what's going on. But I'll still get there, in between times. But if you go back and look through my community tab, they're there. Who's live, who's not. If someone's live that's normally not live, I will post them and everything and all. And then Here she comes. She's going to show you what we're doing. She's got an armful.
We have one of the 3 classics. Only one of the 3 classics.
One of the 3 classics.
Oh,
You got some classics in your hands. Hand me that.
Save that one for last.
Alright. But don't keep putting it down where I can't reach. Alright, so here are some of the games that we're going to be playing.
Okay, don't drop Chase, or don't drop the button because we lost this hand for Chase.
That's a Paw Patrol game.
We're going to play Bounce Off.
So this is new. This is called Bounce Off. And
It's a very boring game.
it's a boring game. You have to bounce it off the back.
It doesn't bounce.
And
The
it has
balls
to
don't
land.
bounce.
They say the balls don't bounce.
So we just
So that's
throw
a
them.
review.
Hungry Turtles.
The Hungry Turtles and stuff, Hungry Hippos, because
We couldn't find Hungry
they couldn't find
Hippos.
Hungry Hippos about 4 years ago. That was a Christmas. So this is an original one.
Shoots and Ladders.
Shoots and Ladders. I love this game. You know, I never played it as a kid. But as an adult, we've been playing it with her. I love that game.
And then
This is
Guess Who?
This is another original, and she beats me every single time. It's so funny. It's like she gets it every single time. So that's pretty cool.
So there are 3 classics.
There's 3 classics.
We have one of those 3. So the classics are Jenga, Pictionary, and Monopoly. We have the 3rd one. We have Jenga.
I told you Shoots and Ladders, and
I'm only counting
Guess
3.
Who was an original?
I'm only doing 3 right now. We actually have 2 sets of Jenga.
Yep, we got 2 sets of Jenga. Why? I have no idea, but my son bought one. I guess he forgot I had one. But I don't know whose is whose. But anyway.
Well, we have classics.
So, this is fun.
Even says classic Jenga.
Classic Jenga. You know, they have one that has the color blocks. It's red, blue, and yellow.
There's a Mario.
We had that at one time. There's a Mario one?
Yeah, there's a Mario Jenga.
Oh, wow. There's a Mario Jenga. I have never seen that one. And everything goes on my table.
Not all of
Now,
them.
if y'all have not watched, the other day I sewed a skirt. Trying to learn how to sew. So I was with Mona Did What, and we did some sewing, and yeah, it's okay. I've got to fix it, but we did that, and then I was like, okay, you know, cut out the pattern and everything. So if y'all want to see that, y'all can get a good laugh. So yes, I'm trying to fill. We got about 6 more minutes left on this and everything. So y'all go check out Jamming Up June. Not only this year, but this is the 2nd year. You can go back and look at the 1st year and see what everybody did and everything. So, and then I think they had Marmalade May last year, but we didn't have it this year. So, you know, but that's okay. You know, like I said, things happen, and you know, you just pick up, keep on going. Yes, ma'am.
We're going to have so much fun at the family fun night.
The family fun night, exactly. So, you know, go check them out. They do have lives also, so I don't remember exactly all of the times and dates and everything, because that's how I keep track of myself, is through my community tab. Or because if someone's notification doesn't happen to be turned on, or YouTube doesn't show you to turn on their notification that they're live, you can check out the community tab, because I try to, you know, I do have channels that don't have lives, but you can still go check out. And that's right, and there are some people who don't have any videos or don't do a YouTube channel, but they're just supporters. So we have to recognize them too. So we thank you all for those who support us, who come and watch and everything. And all the people who do have channels that teach us how to do different things. as far as gardening and homesteading and animals and cooking and crocheting and sewing and knitting, and you just name it. There's so many things that are out there, and that, you know, we can learn from each other. What do you have now?
A puzzle.
She's got a puzzle.
Actually, more than one puzzle.
More than one puzzle in the book. So, and then it has all the Paw Patrol pups in there.
Yep.
And I don't think it has Everest, but
It doesn't have Everest or Tracker.
it just has
But
the
it has
the 5 original Paw Patrol.
6.
6.
There's 6.
There's
There's
6
pups.
pups. Hey, that's one way to get your kids to sit there and say something. If you say it wrong, they'll sit there and correct you. Or your grandkids, you know.
Maybe we have 2 of the 4 classics.
We have 2 of the 4 classics. Oh, we also have the game Trouble. You know, you push down, it pops up and everything. So we have that game also. What's that?
I completely forgot this was a classic.
You forget that? That's not a classic.
It is.
That's a classic. This one is Throw the Burrito.
Throw burrito.
So it's almost like hot potato.
It's a classic.
So it's you throw the burritos, and it's like hot potato, but it's a burrito instead. That's a fun game too, because I've dropped it so many times. That's like, yeah, but it's a good workout for your hands. We've got a few more minutes left before I can take this out. Well, it's just a steaming. So, but I want to thank y'all for coming and, watching the video. This one's longer than the first one. It should have been together, but, like I said, I'm going to say it again. Things happen.
Don't tell me we did a surprise for Friday. Everybody gets to pick their partners randomly.
Oh, they do.
Yes, there are going to be partners.
There's only 4 of us, so it's,
I call this partner.
She calls that partner whoever is in her partner. So, and that is actually a sign language sign. This right here, but I don't remember what it is. Because if I don't use that every single day, or words that we learned in German or other things, you do forget. So, but this year, it was pretty cool. We learned German and everything, and a lot of the words that I didn't know but did learn and everything, and we didn't keep up with it as far as saying it every day like we should have. But that's alright. Once I see it again, it will come back to memory.
I only saw the small one, but we have this game too.
We have, come here, bring it. That's the, this is the Paw Patrol one.
Paw Patrol.
This is Trouble, but it's Paw Patrol instead.
Don't give away the secret. I've never played Trouble before. Don't give away the secret.
Yes, you have. Don't give away your memories. She is hilarious. Son.
Yeah, but we have the games.
4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, look, I can. Oh, I'm going to do that. Alrighty, so now I've turned the light off. And this is water bath can. You're supposed to set it, let it rest. And as this goes down, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all what this looks like.
It's the only working in their room I could actually reach.
Is that right?
It's the only one I could reach in Mom and Dad's room. To connect 4.
Yes. And make sure when you take this top off that you take it off away from you, because steam will burn. We got 1 jar. And 2 jars. So, let this sit for 24 hours. Then, if you don't hear the pop, you can test how, if it's sealed. We'll let it sit for 24 hours. And take your rings off, wipe the jars down, label them, and there is your jam. How about that? And one more time.
Connect 4 chips. Chips for Connect 4.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. These are what the chips look like.
More of a sticky jam than a smooth jam.
This is loud, so please don't try to shake it.
I didn't shake it. See my hands right here.
So we got Connect 4. There are more classics, but I'm only counting 4.
Okay.
4 classics.
Anything else you'd like to say?
If you haven't liked, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. We'll see you next time on Our Treasure Home. We are not filming Family Fun Night.
No, we're not. So there you go. What she said. If you haven't liked, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Thank you for sticking with us through the 2-part series of this video. We hope y'all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time on Our Treasure Home.